Hey Sam, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. So you play Lexi on Regretting You, and it's been said that you're the favorite character of the film, most favorite. What about her do you think everybody loves? What makes her so memorable?
I think it's because everyone wants to be her friend.
Mm,
Like, I think there's something about like a character that is so genuine and leads with like love and honesty
mhm.
and fun that people are like, "Oh, who's that? Can we hang out?" Like, I think that is I'm hoping is what draws people to it, but also like she provides such a stark contrast to the drama that it's
Mhm,
almost coming up for air while you're drowning because like
mhm.
it's that's kind of the purpose that she serves for Clara too, is like, hey, I know that you're buried under all of this weight and all this water and you're drowning in it. Let me pull you up for a second and let hold you and like we'll hang out and maybe take your mind off of the thing. That's just who Lexi is, and I think that's why people like her.
Can you tell me about a funny time on set that's not in the film?
Well, I mean, I mean, there's just a lot of fun times where like me, Mason, McKenna, and Ethan, we would have like hella inside jokes just hanging out. Because we're like all the same age, which is really fun because like it's really weird. It's like we're in a our career's really interesting where a lot of the time we're around a lot of adults and we're the only
Mhm.
kids on set, but like to have like a little friend group of people my age and we all have the same language and the same like inside jokes and media that we're consuming. We just loved hanging out, and like we went to World of Coke when we were in Atlanta, and we just like had a blast just having and hanging out like kids. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, like, how do you like that transitioning from as a young actress, and going into where you are now?
It is a real shift. Like I feel um a lot more in control because I didn't start acting until I was 16. Like that 90s show was my very first gig, and I felt so green and like my like just doe-eyed and clueless and naive. So I was just completely just young, you
Yeah.
know? And I felt like a kid, but now having been like 4 years into it, albeit it's not a lot, but like to have some experience, I trust myself a little more because I started out with like insane imposter syndrome. And I'm not saying that that goes away, but like I trust myself a little more and I feel more like, oh, I do deserve to be here. Ooh, there is a reason why I'm here. And it's because I have something to offer. All of these things come with age and time and experience. And I've garnered over the years, I've garnered that. And it's like, it's a lot easier to be on set nowadays, to be honest, to not have like a voice being like, why are you here? You don't deserve to be here. Like to have her quiet is nice.
And then, like, what do you think is the hardest part about forgiving family members and someone close to you when you feel like you've been betrayed or hurt?
Oof. I mean, the hardest part, I feel like it's because all of that comes from a mature emotional maturity in you, because when you forgive someone, that's in their hands whether or not they learn from it. But it's like a lot of self-love and trust, and like how can I let this person back into my life and give them access to me even when I couldn't trust them before. It's a really delicate line that is being teetered because a line was crossed. So you
Yeah.
don't like, it really is like, if you're forgiving someone, it's because you're investing in a future with them, right? Like with your mom, for example, like you're kind of in that for life unless you don't want to be. So like, but that's a big choice to like estrange yourself or something like that, right? So I mean, it's such a delicate question that needs a lot of mulling over per context, per
Yeah.
situation. But I feel like the core of it is like um, it should be like a self-care ritual. Like if I forgive this person, what does that mean for me? You know, like you can't be constantly pouring into other people because like then you're gonna lose yourself, in that process.
Hmm.
And to maintain some sort of sense of self is really important, at least to me.
Okay. Would you say the film has changed your perspective on forgiveness, or just
I
kind
mean,
of,
it's a really interesting situation because like in the movie you can see both sides. Like I can totally empathize with Morgan because like of course you don't want like to burden your kid with like all this heaviness right about her dad, but then at the same and like all this betrayal, but at the same time like she deserves honesty and like transparency, right? So like it really did change my perspective in that like there's a lot of different sides, so you have to give like attention and shine a light on both to fully
Mhm.
understand the situation, which is what regretting you really does.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. It definitely made me think about some of the conversations I've had with my family members. I'm like, sheesh.
Yeah. And also like I wonder what was happening on their end. Like why would they do that to me?
Yeah,
Like it's really an exercise in empathy too.
yeah, yeah. Do you have any advice or any type of practices that you have when you have those moments to kind of step away to forgive or forget? Or 'cause I know you like music.
Yeah, love music. I think like yeah, a lot of meditation and just like sometimes sitting in the feeling is good. But someone gave me a lot of advice, which was you have to let yourself feel the feeling, the bad feeling, but you have to let it pass through you. You can't ignore it,
Yeah,
but you can't ruminate on it because then you'll lose yourself in it. You'll wallow and you'll spiral into like a pit of darkness. But you have to let yourself feel it because no feeling is a bad feeling. Even though it feels bad, you can't label it as like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this thing, but
yeah,
you have to let it pass through you. You can't just set it aside. You can't procrastinate it, but you also can't wallow in it. If that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, which one of your castmates would you choose to help you get over something that's traumatic or stressful? Like, who would you call up and be like, "Hey, I need you to hang out with me and perk me up"?
Mm, honestly, I got really close to my boy Ethan. Played Efren,
Yeah.
who was my love interest, and we're both Filipino. So there's
Hmm.
a like a family aspect of like it's so interesting because like once you see a Filipino in a while, it's like, oh, so we're best friends. Got it. I'll see you at Christmas. Got it. Okay. So like there was just some sort of like unspoken rapport where it's just like, hey, I'm here for you, dude. Like, let's hang out. Let's grab breakfast. Let's grab coffee. Like, all of these things. He called me the other day because he was like, I've never done press for anything. Help. Like, this is my first movie that he's in. I was like, oh my God, let me. So, like, we've built this network and like we've built this bond. So I think it'd be Ethan. That would be my call from this cast. Yeah.
And then one of the last things I wanted to ask, like, what type of freedom did you have with the character while you were portraying them?
Lot. They Josh trusted me a little too much because he was all like, "Okay, now say whatever you want." I was like, "Oh." But like he really let me let loose and like improv, and I would come in and I would write some alts the night before. It'd be like, "Oh, I have some really fun options if we want to go through these." And he was always like, "Yeah, let's do them. Oh yeah, let's do a take of that." And then after that, we could do that other idea that you had. He was so receptive to me and was like, I want you to create. It's like, if you don't think Lexi would say that, don't say it. If you
Mhm.
think Lexi would say something else, do that. Like, it was so open, so collaborative, but also like a really great guiding hand because when I sometimes I would pitch something, he's all like, you know what, I really like the other one better. And I was like, and at the end of the day, he was always right. So like there's a lot of trust in each other.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was a really, really great experience.